All right, everybody, welcome back to another top buy, top sell video. Here in the Edge Finder, we're going to be taking a look at our number one sell and our number one buy to close out the week. But before we do that, I want to take a look at a couple of other tabs here. We're going to take a look at the Smart Money Tracker, get an update on COT data. We're also going to take a look at retail sentiment to see what the day traders are going long and short on. But you'll see right here, we have a brand new feature here in the Edge Finder, the Bank Signals tab. And this is something that we have been working on for a while now, and we are super excited to make public. It just went live a couple days ago, and this is such a cool feature. So basically what we're taking a look at here, there are banks all over the world that have research teams as well as well-known analysts from all over the world that give out projections on a weekly, a monthly, and a quarterly basis for where they believe certain assets will rise or fall, what price points they could be around. So right now we're taking a look at USD CAD. We can see that right up here and right here as well. We have USD CAD selected. And the first thing you're going to notice is this little scatter plot here. And so this is all historical data. This is how the asset has trended over the past couple of months. We can see price go down, back up, back down, and currently it's back up again. But these dots here are what we're really interested in. These are the bank and analyst projections or forecasts. So for example, if just taking a look right up here, Citibank, which is a US bank, believes that the monthly target goal, their monthly target goal from their research team, believes that USD CAD at the end of March will be around the 1.35 range. So at the end of March, 8cap and A1 Trading are teaming up to give out free copies of the Edge Finder. 8cap is an incredible, award-winning regulated broker looking to give traders the best experience possible. You can trade all of your favorite things like gold, Forex pairs, cryptos, indices, and more. 8cap is our favorite choice when it comes to brokers, so go try them out if you're looking for a better broker. The only thing better than trading with 8cap is using the Edge Finder to find better trading entries while trading with 8cap, of course. So to get your free copy of the Edge Finder, all you have to do is create a trading account with 8cap and deposit $1,000 or more. Again, just deposit $1,000 or more into your personal trading account with 8cap. Message us when you're finished and we'll get you set up with your free Edge Finder access. Happy trading, everyone. Right over here, if we hover over this, we'll see Citibank around the 1.35 range, and quarterly. So at the end of the quarter, they believe it'll drop down to the 1.3 range. So again, these are just forecasts and projections, but we can see that for all of these different banks here. And we also have that for analysts. We have well-known analysts, and I'll show you this tab as well. We can take a look at individuals. These are the analysts or only banks if you want to take a look at that. Or you can get even more specific and say you only want to look at, Citibank and Wells Fargo and things like that. You only want to take a look at them. Or if you only want to take a look at certain analysts, we have so much customization that you can do here to get exactly the information and the data that you want to take a look at. But down here, let me explain what we're looking at with these bar charts. So what we have here is on a weekly, a monthly, and a quarterly bias, what the analysts believe USD CAD is going to do. So right now, most analysts are bearish on USD CAD. 71.43% of the analysts that we're tracking are bearish on USD CAD, and this is their average price forecast. On a monthly bias, they think it's going to look kind of sideways, not too bullish, not too bearish, pretty neutral here. But on a quarterly bias, they do believe that USD CAD is going to be a little bit bullish. And we can also see the same thing here for the bank ratings. Right now, banks are looking pretty bearish on USD CAD as a whole. And you can also zoom in and zoom out so you can get a really close look at all of these different little scatter plot points. But yeah, this is a super cool feature that we are excited to finally make live in the Edge Finder. This, as well as COT data, the Smart Money Tracker, kind of go hand in hand. So why don't we go ahead and check out the Smart Money Tracker right now. I want to remind you that we do have the 3 different versions of the Edge Finder available. We have our free version, our basic version, and our pro version available to you. You can find links to them down in the description below. The free version, of course, completely free. You can get access to it today. A limited version of the Edge Finder, but still very, very useful. It has access to things like the market heat map and economic news, which can be super useful for your daily trading. And then, of course, the basic and the pro version as well that unlock more features. The pro version is what we're looking at, that has our bank signals tab and has everything unlocked, really. So you can get a discount on the Edge Finder Basic or the Edge Finder Pro when you use code A1YT at checkout. So go check out the Edge Finder. It is a super useful tool, but let's go ahead and check out the Smart Money Tracker. So again, like I said, we're taking a look at COT report data. This is smart money trader data or institutional trader data, and we can see what those smart money traders or institutional traders are currently bullish and bearish on. So over here on the right hand side, we have our most bullish assets currently, the JP225 actually, currently 84.79% long and 15.21% short from institutional traders, whereas the Japanese yen is our most bearish asset from the institutional traders, 84.36% short and 15.64% long. Why don't we take a look at the dollar as well? The US dollar, 65.4% long and 34.6% short, so favored on the long side from institutional traders there. And let's take a look at gold too, just for fun. Right next to it, 64.8% long and 35.2% short. So institutional traders both long on gold and the dollar. We also have a little bit of a different way to look at it right here. This is all the same information, but you can just see the total number of long contracts open, the total number of short contracts open, the changes long and short from the last report date, and of course the percentage long and short as well. Let's take a look at retail sentiment, get a look at what our day traders are going long and short on. And there's not a lot of heavy favoritism when it comes to US dollar pairs from the day traders. We have 2 pairs right up here. AUD USD and USD CHF are tied for our most long position from the retail traders or the day traders, but they're only at 56%, and USD JPY is at 55%. This is not heavy favoritism. I mean, that's a very, very slight bias to the long side from day traders. So day traders kind of undecided right now on US dollar pairs, but USD CAD on the other hand is our most bearish asset, or our most shorted asset from the day traders. They're not having any trouble making up their mind there. They're 80% short, 20% long on USD CAD. So that's our major currency pairs. Why don't we take a look at our minor currency pairs only? And here we go. This is a little bit more detailed here. We have AUD NZD is our most long asset, 92% long and 8% short, and NZD CAD is our most shorted asset, 95% short and only 5% long there from the day traders. So let's go ahead and get back into the watch list. Let's remove these neutral biases as well as any indices or commodities that we might have. And there we go. So this is our current list of buys and sells. We only have 3 buys listed today in the Edge Finder, but 2 of them are strong buys. USD CAD, which has been a strong buy bias for a while now. It was a +8 score. It's dropped down to a +7. And USD ZAR, which has also been a strong buy for a couple of days. A decent list of sells, including 3 strong sell biases. Euro USD, AUD USD, and AUD NZD all tied with -6 strong sell scores. So we have a bit of a choice here for our strong buys and strong sells, considering we don't have a clear winner. So I'm thinking I want to take a look at USD ZAR on the buy side. I know that much. And then just to give us as much coverage as possible, taking a look at 4 individual currencies, I think we'll take a look at AUD, NZD. That way we can get updated numbers on the USD, the ZAR, the AUD, and the NZD. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. We'll start off with our buy USD ZAR first. And here we go into the USD ZAR breakdown page. The trend projection needs a little bit of maintenance, but that's okay. We can still take a look and get some useful information taking a look at this page. We have a score of +7. COT data is a score of +1, and retail sentiment is also a score of +1. We can take a look at those numbers right over here. So institutional traders currently pretty much 50-50 on the South African rand, currently 47.39% long and 52.6% 0.61% short there. So clearly no favoritism one way or the other. You could argue that there's a very, very, very slight bias on the short side, but we don't really consider that to be short until it crosses a 60% threshold, and it is clear and obvious that it's trending one way or the other. Speaking of crossing 60%, the US dollar, like we've already mentioned, 65.4% long and 34.6% short there from institutional traders. So they are clearly favored long on the US dollar at the moment. Retail sentiment, on the other hand, 85% short and only 15% long there from the day traders. Taking a look at seasonality, our score is +1, and we can see in the month of March, historically speaking, when we take a look at the month of March individually over the last 10 years, it trends pretty well. It's fairly bullish in the month of March, historically speaking. Trend reading is a score of +2. The data, or the look right now, is a little bit messed up. Again, that's under maintenance, but that's okay. We still know that it's a trend reading score of +2, and we can finish up with our fundamentals: GDP growth, inflation, unemployment, and interest rates. GDP growth, inflation, unemployment, all scores of +1. Interest rates, a score of -1. So South Africa's GDP growth, -1.3% compared to US 2.7%. Inflation in South Africa, 6.9% compared to just 6% in the US. Unemployment in South Africa, 32.7% compared to 3.6% here in the US. And lastly, interest rates, 7.25% compared to 4.75% there. So USD ZAR, an update on all of the numbers, currently a +7, strong buy bias here in the Edge Finder. The other pair that we were going to take a look at was AUD NZD. Strong sell bias, score of -6. COT data is actually a 0 or a neutral score right here, and retail sentiment a score of -1. So let's take a look at those numbers right over here. So institutional traders almost breaking that 60% threshold there on the Australian dollar, but not quite. That's why we are getting that 0 score, is because we haven't crossed 60% long or short on either of these assets. But New Zealand dollar, 57.18% long, 42.82% short there from the institutional traders, and really close to breaking 60%, but not quite there. 59.3% short, 40.7% long there from institutional traders on the Australian dollar. Retail sentiment, on the other hand, the day traders, 92% long, only 8% short on the AUD NZD cross from the day traders. Seasonality is a score of -1. And we can see that in the month of March, historically speaking, again, taking a look at the month of March over the last 10 years, it trends just a little bit bearishly, and that is what we're seeing this month as well. Trend rating, still a score of -2, again under maintenance, but we do know that is a score of -2, which means over the past couple of weeks it has certainly been making some nice moves to the downside. And let's finish up with our fundamental data right here: inflation, unemployment, interest rates, all scores of -1. GDP growth, a score of +1. We can take a look at those numbers right over here. So GDP growth in Australia, 0.5% compared to -0.6% in New Zealand. Inflation in Australia, 7.8% compared to 7.2% in New Zealand. Australia's unemployment rate, 3.5% compared to 3.4% in New Zealand. And lastly, interest rates on the Australian dollar, 3.6% compared to 4.75% on the New Zealand dollar. So there we go. Updated numbers for AUD NZD as well as USD ZAR. 4 different currencies, updated numbers there for you. I'll give you a look at the watch list one more time in case you want to take a look at it. Again, not a big list today, especially not on the buy side, but we do still have some strong buys and strong sells. And of course, Smart Money Tracker, retail sentiment, in our brand new bank signals tab that we are super excited about.
Don't forget to check out the links in the description if you want our broker recommendation, access to our free Discord, free Edge Finder, or want to chat with us on Telegram. Remember, you can watch us live in the markets every morning starting at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, and we have lots more free trading tools and content available on our website, a1trading.com. Thanks for watching.